Hi, I'm Eric Schudiske with S2S Public Relations. Thank you to Schudiske for this video. You're watching a Founders Live. Wait, did I already lose you? Did a text buzz in your pocket? Are you trying to look at email while you're watching this video? Did someone tap you on the shoulder? That is exactly the issue you face when you try to pitch a journalist. They are in a high interruption, high frenetic environment, and they have low attention spans. And they're successful because they are journalists. So you have to break through all that just to reach them. We're going to help you try to reach them with avoiding 5 mistakes that people commonly make when they pitch journalists. The first mistake is that you're tapping someone on the shoulder, you're not skywriting. You want to customize your pitch. That's the number one mistake that people tend to make, is that they just send a pitch to 1,000 people, 100 people. What your job is not to send as many emails as you can, not to call or text or direct message reporters. Your job is to land stories. So how do you land stories? You make people feel special. You customize pitches for them. You read the stories that they've written before, you understand their beat, and then you send them an email. And I'll give you some tips after we go through these 5 ways in which you might avoid making some mistakes. Now that you've learned those 5 steps, maybe we can empower you to be more successful, not just avoiding mistakes, but landing those stories. So number 1, customize your pitch. Number 2, unlike this video already, you want to keep your pitch short. I know you're a wonderful writer. Everyone's a wonderful writer. Your job as a wonderful writer is to be very succinct in what you're writing. 150 words, almost too many. You want it to be short when you're delivering this. Number 3 is make news new. The base of all news is that something new is happening. So we want to know what that is on the journalist side. You can use a couple words, first and new, in your subject line, but it also has to be not just new, but different. So think about what differentiates you from your competition, why you're the next evolution of X product, why this is a first, and make sure that's very succinct and potentially also in the subject line. So again, we want that to be quick. So quick recap, we already have, you want to customize your pitch, you want to keep that pitch short, and you want to make your news new. Fourth, we also know that you're very smart. Very smart also means you don't use lingo. So avoid using lingo. While the reporter may very well understand computational dynamics, they may not be able to translate that immediately to what their readers, listeners, or viewers understand. So you want to avoid the lingo in order to allow the reporter to synthesize the information and then start formulating how that reporter will translate the information to their 30 million, 300 million readers, viewers, listeners. So avoid the lingo as much as possible. And the final, we also want you to avoid spam filters. We want to make sure that while the likelihood your email gets opened, also pretty slim, we just want to make sure it gets into an inbox without being snagged by a spam filter. Number one reason that might happen is you've added an attachment, which sounds like a pretty good idea, but you want to avoid adding attachments because reporters don't open them. They simply don't. They're afraid that it might be, of course, a virus or something that could, damage their computer, something that might be illicit. They just don't want to. But you can include links. So we have our 5 tips, ways to avoid mistakes that are commonly made. Number 1, customize your pitch. 2, keep your pitch short. 3, make your news new. 4, avoid some lingo. And 5, avoid spam filters. Now that you're a little bit dangerous, here is going to be your dance when you're pitching reporters. All right, you're going to avoid all those 5 things. Now, you're going to send an email. It's going to have a subject line that is short. It might include the word pitch so they know what you're pitching, but definitely and may ideally include the reporter's name. So you're customizing it right off the top. And then it's going to be short, 5, 6 words. Once you have that, you're going to send them a very crisp email. Then you're going to follow up on their Twitter handle with a direct message, making sure that they read it if they haven't responded in a day. Then, after that, Your first email, the direct message, one more email. If you haven't heard from them, move on down the road. We'll take questions now if you're watching this live, and we'll talk to you very soon. Thanks for watching.